Hi, I'm Colin from Tyne Valley Motorhomes, and this is a handover of the Daily Autograph 75-2. And then behind the back driver's side wheel, underneath the cassette, you do have your wastewater dump. So anything you put down a plug hole goes into this separate holding tank, and you'd simply open the valve here to deposit any wastewater. It's important that you drain this off in the winter as well and leave no water in the vehicle. So once inside the vehicle, above the habitation door, you've got your main 12-volt control panel. If you are hooked up, you'll get the little hookup icon in the top left-hand corner, which means you'll be using two 40-volt mains electric. So to turn the panel on, you turn on here, so master on. That's your master switch, whether it's on 12-volt or 240. And down here you've got your on light on the far right, all your interior lights which are then individually switched, your water pump which you need to turn on if you're using any water, so taps, toilet, shower, to bring the water up and pressurize it, otherwise you'll not get any water through the taps. And then you've got the arrows here so you can scroll through, so you've got your fresh water which is 40%, your wastewater which is 5%, your internal tank fill, so this is if you were filling from an aqua roll via a pump. You'd press on here and turn that on and off, just there. You've got your internal temperature, your user guide, so you can go through there, the settings, internal temperature, your leisure battery, amps coming off the leisure battery, the leisure battery voltage, all in there. And then on this side you've got your Aldi heating. So very simple to use. You turn on here, you turn on, press menu. The house at the top is the temperature of the vehicle, so 30 degrees being the highest. And then you've got your water, so you can have it on half or full. Half is heating the water at 40 degrees, full is heating it at 60 degrees. And then you've got your electric, so you can have your electric off if you're a wild company, just use your gas, which is this one here. Then you can turn your electric on if you're on a site, so you've got 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatts and 3 kilowatts, depending on what the current is that the site gives you. And if it's really cold and you're desperate for water or heating, you can have the electric and gas on together, which will double the source and reduce the heating times. You can then go in and set in the settings and set timers, but for this I'll keep it very short and sweet and very simple for you to understand, in just putting the heating, the hot water, and whether you're using gas or electric. There's further videos on the Aldi system done by Aldi to explain this panel to further settings. In the corner there of the control panel you've got USB, so double USB, so charging your devices in there. And then to lock the door, you just push this catch in here, push open, and you've got storage in the lockers above, so just push them. And then in the drawers you've got storage in the drawers. Underneath the hatch in the floor is your fresh water, so you can access the tank here should you require. And to drain off, there's a plug in there on a chain, so just feel for the chain and then pull the plug out. And this is how you'd get rid of contaminated water, or you drain the fresh water off in the winter to stop it freezing in the plastic tank. Your fridge operates on 3 sources, so you've got off on the top, you've got mains 240 volt when you're on hookup, you've got battery, which is designed to keep the temperature of the fridge the same once it's been pre-chilled, and the battery works off when the engine is running. And you've got the gas, so gas, to put the gas on while camping, you watch this orange line going to the green, so you push down on the temperature. So this is the temperature of your fridge, and you'd press the ignition and you just push, and as you can see it's started to move there. Once it does go into green, and if you're struggling to get this lit and you've had the gas turned off for a while, bring it through on the hob first and prime the gas through the system, and then this will then start to light. So as you can see there, it's going into the green. and it's lit. When winterizing, again you'll want to clean your fridge out and leave the door open. But if you push this toggle here just on the light, in and along, the two tabs will pop out and you'll be able to get air circulation in and out of the fridge freezer. Above you've got your microwave, so to work your microwave, again only on hookup it'll work, press eco, and this is an 800 watt microwave. So you've got your microwave there. And above you've got your plugs for your fridge and your microwave there, so if you do need to isolate them, they're at the back and you've got a bit of storage. In here you've got your wardrobe. So in your wardrobe is where your freestanding table is, which you can put inside or at the front, and it just opens like your ironing board. You've got your Camos Road Pro satellite system, so you just turn this on. It's going to Astro 2, which is for the UK and France. The LMB's on, and then as soon as it goes to lock, it's found the satellite in the dish, because it's a dome on this one. So in the dish, in the dome, it's moving to lock on, and then that'll say locked on. So I'll continue talking about this, and we'll show you when that's locked on. Failing that, you've got your TV aerial. So your TV aerial you can direct by using the toggle. Always make sure that it's pulled in securely when travelling, and if you're struggling you can loosen it off and push it up and then use the toggle to direct. Best place is to look where the other motorhomes and caravans are pointing on site and point yours in a similar direction. And then at the back you've got your TV booster. So on this little wheel here you can boost the signal should you not be struggling to get a signal. Aldi expansion tank, so as your Aldi is a wet system, it's got antifreeze in there and it's got a min and a max on. Always run the system up first as it's an expanding liquid, and you'll see your true reading of your tank before you top it up, because if you top it up when it's near enough just under max, you may be topping it up above when it's operating. And to top up you've got a breather pipe. You just take this off, remove the cap and fill, and then you do have your hanging rail as well. And then once the satellite does lock on, you'll get this amber, green and red light. So amber means it's locked on like it has there. This does take some time. If you're in a hard spot to pick the satellite up, it will come on when it's locked on. So now in the washroom area, so you've got your large shower at the back with shower screens. So just tie your shower screens up when travelling. They just push onto this press stud like so, stops them moving when in transit. And then when winterizing, if you just remove your shower head from the hose and allow the hose to lie flat into the shower tray, as you can see there it's got quite a loop in, and leave all the mixer tabs throughout the vehicle open. And then operate your toilet, so make sure that your pump is on. You'll be able to press the blue button which flushes the toilet. Once you've put the pump on, you'll be able to flush the button, press the button like so, which flushes the toilet. Always flush the toilet first because it lubricates the blade. Then to use the toilet on the motorhome, you need to slide the blade to the right, use the toilet with the blade open, flush after use and isolate, which is slide to the left. Failing to shut the blade means you can't get the cassette out the outside when you want to empty it, and you'll get some lights on here when the cassette is ready to empty. You've got your toiletry cabinets here, your large mirror with light, your sink, so you tap and then you push the plug in, and you've got your shelves. Coming underneath your bed in the lounge, obviously you've got your pump, your water hose filler, your carb mat and carpets in there. But the most important thing at the back, you've got your boiler. So your boiler holds 10 litres of hot water at any one time. In the winter it's very important that you drain this off, because if 10 litres of water freezes in here, it isn't covered under warranty, and as you can see, all your pipes are plastic on the vehicle and your tanks, and if they split, then you are it is going to cost a lot of money to fix. And to drain down, all you need to do is there's a little toggle down here, a little orange toggle that's lying down. Stand it up like so, and it'll drain directly underneath the chassis of 10 litres of water. Then open all your taps within the vehicle. Obviously empty your waste, take the plug out the fresh water through the floor hatch, and that'll be the system drained down. When you come to reuse it, put it down, shut all the taps, put the bung in the fresh water, close the waste, fill it with water, go to the cold side of the tap first. You'll get automatic cold water when you put the pump on. Go to the hot, it'll cough splutter. What it's doing is it's drawing the 10 litres of air that's accumulated in here out until the water reaches the top and starts flowing through. Underneath this step into the lounge at the front of the van, underneath here is where your leisure batteries live. So you've got 2 banger batteries in there, and then a bit of storage on. There's a little switch underneath the bench seat behind the driver's seat, which is your fresh water heater. So if it's going to freeze overnight, put the heater switch on and it'll put a current through the water to stop the water from freezing in the tank. But that's only when in use. If you're not using it, drain it down. Underneath your wardrobe is your location for your RCD unit. So if anything trips out in the vehicle, try here before you try your main site. And then below you've got all your 12-volt fuses. So it would be a good idea to carry some spares, and then whatever fuse does blow, you can change the fuse there. To make the bed, simply pull the front of the seats out into the middle like so, and then use the backrest cushions. So you'd use them, put the thicker end like so, and there you have made your double bed at the front, so by using the backrests from either side into the middle. In the cupboard behind the driver's seat you have your solar panel charge regulator, and it's charging 1 battery, which is your leisure battery. Flashing green means it is fully charged. And then this is just to say that your water pump is working. It shows you it's working as the water is primed and pressurised, and it's heated. As you can see, the steam coming off the water, so the hot water system is working. So now in the cab, to the right of the driver, you do have your handbrake. These are your winter covers for your outside of your fridge vents. You've got your blinds, which you pinch and slide along. And then on the door, you've got the electric windows and electric mirrors. So you've got adjustment on both. So you can do the top and the blind spot. Your reverse camera's on the screen there, so it's a permanent rear view, so it doesn't matter if you can be in neutral, it's still on, or in reverse. And it'll come on. So you've got reverse and rear view. Down to the right of the driver, you've got your fog lights, headlight adjustment, and your alarm. So with your alarm, you've got what's called ultrasonic sensors. I'll put my teeth in, and what that does is, obviously the alarm arms all the doors, the bonnet, the cab doors, the lockers, and the habitation door. It also arms inside, so if somebody moves, it'll go off, or the dog jumps about, it will go off. And if you want to arm it with yourselves in, or leave any dogs in when you pop out of the shops, you've got to turn the ultrasonic sensors off, and to do so, ignition on, ignition off. Within 6 seconds, press and hold the button. It'll flash red like it is now until it stops flashing, and that is the ultrasonic sensors turned off. But as soon as you turn the engine back on, it goes back to default. On the side of the wiper stalk, you've got your trip computer, which tells you your average and instant consumption, your range, your travelling times, and so on. Got all your steering wheel control, so mute, volume, scrolls through your contacts, and radio channels hands-free. Lights and indicators. You turn your cruise control on and your speed limiter, and then you just push up. So it's cruise control, get your speed, push up to set. Speed limiter, you'd push up and down for this to work. And then resume. If you have to cancel with your foot, you can resume there and cancel as well. 6-speed manual gearbox with lifter collar and into reverse. Traction control light here. Hill descent, which is no good because this is a manual, these are more for automatics. Locks the doors.
Yep.
Central locking, including the habitation door, so locks the cab and the hab door on an evening. Heated mirrors, 12-volt points. Auxiliary for USB and 3.5mm jack there, and your cup holders. Temperature on the outside ring, fan speed on the in, must be on at least one or more on the fan speed for the aircon to work here. Got your distribution of where the air needs to go, and whether you're recirculating air within the motorhome or bringing fresh air in on this side. Your radio is very simple to use, so it is DAB, FM and AM by just pressing radio. Media is either Bluetooth audio, USB or 3.5mm and aux jack. Phone, to connect your phone you go to phone. If I just take my phone off there, so phone, menu, if I should take mine off here. Disconnect. So what you'd do is you'd go to phone, no phone, say connect to phone, press enter, add phone, and then you want to find my car and make sure the pins match on here. Go into your settings on your phone, press on my car, press pair, and then it'll ask you if you want to allow your contacts to be synced, press allow, and then whoever rings you will come up here if the number is saved. And then finally, to black the carb out, you just pinch, slide these out, beat in the middle, and that would be how you'd black the windscreen out. That brings us to the end of the handover on the Bailey.